Hello again, Doc on the clock with more Mega Man 7 Special Weapons Challenge Run. We have Burst Man. He wants to burst our bubble, and he's going to use his own bubbles to burst it. Alright, let's make sure I get a special weapon out. Let's bring out the Junk Shield. Junk Shield does not serve its purpose well on those invincible bomb things. Oh, it does serve its purpose well on other enemies. And you can fire it off, too. Oh, shoot. Ah! Wasn't meaning to burst that one. Be using the Freeze Cracker more because he's, that's Burst Man's weakness, so I'm not particularly concerned about holding on to it. Which means less Thunderbolt. And yes, I bypassed a life for an E-Tank there. I'd forgotten there was an E-Tank in this stage, otherwise I wouldn't have bought one. And hey, we've got water. Yeah, it's kind of a water stage. Not fully. There's a goodie up there, though, that I want. So, let's go and get it. Extra life. Don't mind if I do. I've only got 4 of them. I want to be careful. I'm not being very careful. Oh! Hey, nice! Hitting with the split shots. I don't usually do that. Okay. Here's one that could be a little bit on the tricky side. Wow! Oh. Ah! Doing really bad defeating this guy. Because I'm too scared of accidentally hitting the spikes up above. Yes! Need that weapon's energy. About to run out. Be careful, there are spikes on the ceiling! Yeah, it's still kind of a balancing act, but things are going to get pretty good with the weapons eventually. And we've got... So here's an interesting one. Float water. Mega Man will float in it unless he gives himself some momentum. Another thing we have in this stage? Yoku blocks. They're fairly simple this time, so I'm not going to be too worried about them. Except I kind of was a little bit slow on the draw there. We got an asshole Yoku block though, so... Fish don't do very well in the float water. Neither do the Mets, actually. Oh, hey, nice. And here we have R for Ready to Grumble, because that R has given us something that will show off momentarily. So I want to be in a safer spot first. I like this section. It's a bit slow, but it's also pretty fun. That bubble is going to cause me problems, though, so... It caused me problems anyway. Alright. I'm going to show off the Super Adapter! Rush merges with you to combine into both the power and jet forms. The jet form is not the very powerful jet of the previous game, but it's still extremely useful as a double jump. And we charge up, fist fire! Now, for all intents and purposes, I do count this as a special weapon. However, I'm going to be very, very, very sparing in its use. Mostly for utility. I'm mostly just going to be using it for the double jump utility purpose. I'm not going to be using it against any bosses. Let's go ahead and take on First Man. First Man is a fairly basic boss. Not terribly difficult, but he can be tricky for a couple reasons. Whoa. Like that. You can see his specialty is spikes. His weakness is Freeze Cracker. And he did a lot of damage to me there. What you're supposed to do is charge up and knock him back, but I'm gonna find that very difficult to do, I think, because that requires a Buster Shot or his weakness. Okay, let's break up Thunderbolt. Let's get jumpy here. And I'm out of that, and almost out of this, too. Okay, time for a W-Tank. Time for a W-Tank. That's what I'm hoping to do, is get multiple shots off on him, like that. Ow. Okay, he's too close to dodge his bombs anymore. Okay, need to flip around. Don't usually fight him from this side, so this is tricky. Ah! Ah! Did not achieve the slide successfully there. Ah! Okay, I'm way too close now. Ow! Dang it! It's almost down, too. I thought this would be the tricky guy. Okay. Let's dodge. Alright, shield! Ha! 3 shots on him. Okay. Oh! So yes, every time he does the spread bubble, he'll then follow it up with that rising bubble attack. Okay. Gotcha! Got him this time. Whoa! Gotta watch out for the bouncy bubbles on the other side. And he's... oh, almost got him! Just dodge! And there we go! Another expensive one, but that worked out better than I thought it would. At least better than I thought it would after I died twice. And for defeating Burstman, we get... the Danger Rat fires out a bomb encased in a bubble, doesn't it? Yes, but it can also be used to encase other things besides bombs. That, in fact, it can. It can also... doesn't have to be a bubble, either. You can just plop it down... you can just plop a mine down on the ground, too. Alright. Now we have cutscene time. Welcome home, Mega Man. Looks like everything has gone well. Dr. Light, what do you think of Base? His actions don't seem to indicate a threat. Yes, this mysterious robot we don't know, I don't believe he is our enemy. Certainly he can't be. I mean, who in this world creates robots that are like Mega Man in some ways? What is this? Wily is attacking the Robot Museum. You must leave now, Mega Man! That I must. And here we have a little side stage. A little bit of nostalgia trip. So you see Met bushes and pillars with those guys from Mega Man 6. And the rotor guys, too. And then we have some Robot Masters. Background, you can see Plant Man there, Snake Man and Blizzard Man there, and Flame Man. And hey, way in the background, you can see something that looks kind of like Quint. I don't know if it is Quint, but Pharaoh Man, Heat Man. Now, far be it from me to cast aspersions on the Robot Museum. I know they're impressive and all, but you really want to be glorifying the robots that have been used to try and take over the world? Does that really sound like a good idea to you? It might even kind of inspire some people. Anyway, Guts Man is being taken. Skull Man and Ring Man are in the background, and they're not being taken. And I guess half of them are Cossack robots, so... Anyway, we have this dude here. Hello! Now this guy is, I will use his weakness a little bit. Because his weakness is Danger Rat, and I wanted to show that. He's not a Robot Master, so I feel no, I do not feel bad about using his weakness. But, I'm also going to use the other weapons as well, so... He's not particularly fond of the Thunderbolt either, so it's not that difficult to take care of him. I think his name is like Dash or something. It's not the thing a giant fat robot clown should have. Alright. And now... Mega Man! It's a disaster! Wily and his robots are rampaging through the city! Through the middle of the city! Get going! Okay, Mr. Demanding. I'll go while you continue to consider Base not a problem. Do I really have to say that? Do I really have to hide that Base is Wily's creation here? I don't think I do, because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that in previous playthroughs. So I'm not going to bother trying to hide that. It's not a spoiler. This game has been out for 20 years now. Everyone knows who Base is. Well, we've got 4 new Robot Masters to take on. But before we do that, a bit of a revisit of Cloudman stage so that I can go through it properly. I.e. with special weapons. There's nothing really here to pick up, but there's a couple things I do want to show. Because there are some stage elements that can be, that come into play here. So, first off, we have these guys here. Hit them with the Thunderbolt, it'll cause rain. That's pretty typical, but we hit them with something else, like, say, the Freeze Cracker. Suddenly, it's all snowy. And we can go get this extra life without using the Rush Coil. And death from above. Okay, that did not go well. Let's try that again. Oh, I can't encase you, huh? It's too bad. But I can encase you. So you can encase these guys and send them flying off into another enemy. It's pretty cool. Didn't destroy him. I only gave him a little love tap. This one's a bit high for the super adapter, so Rush Coil gets its use again. So we have these clouds here. If you hit them with the Thunderbolts, things go bad. Yes, you can imagine stepping on that would not be a good idea. On the other hand, if you hit them with a Freeze Cracker, the cloud disappears and you can see the platform below. Aesthetically less pleasing, but at least you're not going to accidentally do something like that. So, yeah, there's plenty of fun you can have with special weapons in this stage. Another thing that's fun to do: use special weapons. Use the Freeze Cracker to make it snow, and you can see these platforms just fine first time. Pippies still do not respond well to shield weapons. In fact, neither do their parents. Take that jump carefully. I probably should have recovered something else. Once I'm low on shield power there, it's best to just fire it off and use the next thing. And no, if you go back up that ladder, Proto Man may appear, but it doesn't say anything different. You really only need to do that if you need to get him to appear for a particular reason. What reason is that? Well, I'll make that known later on. So yeah, even if don't have access to the Buster, I can still kind of grind a little bit off of Pippies, but I'm not going to do much of that. Well, that was a little bit wild. This is not the weapon to be using for this area, though. Whoa. There we go. Just 2 shots with the Thunderbolt takes them down. Fortunately, the Thunderbolt does not hit lots of Pippies at once like the Mega Buster does. And that's all she wrote. And that's all I wanted to show. So, that's all from me for now. Until next time, this is Doc. I'll see you later.